Right, we did the stream. Did get the stream put earlier. For some reason, it didn't have us live, but we seem to be live now.
Yeah.
So I'll get. We've got Steve Jarman alongside me tonight for the second round of the championship at Singapore. I'm not doing my intro again, that's for sure, because we are in the middle of qualifying. We are following GXD at this moment. He is the first car to be going round to set a time. Bit of traffic to deal with around Singapore, as we've had in Tier 2 and Tier 1 earlier in the week. Hopefully the Red Bull gets out of the way of GXD's Ferrari. We'll do a onboard lap of the Marina Bay Street Circuit of Singapore with somebody later on, once we've got the opening time on the board. The DRS open for GXD as he's in the third and final sector. We have a Haas down the runoff at the start of sector 2 on the minimap, but we're focusing on the number 77 Ferrari as he comes around the final corner, and GXD does a provisional time of a 1:31, but Shaggy directly behind instantly goes quickest, to 29.7. So let's find somebody who's on an outlap so we can right, we're gonna
just about to finish his first flyer, just coming around the last chicane now.
We're gonna follow the
like 16 and 17. Come out of there onto the wall between 17 and 18 is always a bit hairy.
Yeah, we're going to be following Josh Boy in the Red Bull as he comes through turn 1 for an onboard. There's turn 2 and 3. Popito, second quickest with Avinash just ahead of his teammate, as you see on the right hand side. We've got turns 4 now. And then we'll have the DRS open for turn 6. We've just gone through turn 5, that's turn 6. Braking for turn 7, you can hear a bit of lock up just in track limits as Sabi 29.4. That's turn 8 we've gone through with Josh Boy as we tentatively go through turn 9 as we head towards where the Singapore sling used to be of turn 10. And then we've got turn 11 and 12 before we go over the Anderson Bridge before turn 13. For the 2 next DRS zones, this one down to turn 14. And then the final DRS zone out of 14 goes through 15 all the way down to turn 16. Another bit of a lock up for Josh Boy as he comes through turns 17, and then it's just 18 and 19 for the Red Bull. And Josh Boy puts it P5 with a 30.6, decent banker, quite a few decent banker laps in this early stages of qualifying. It is Sabi on provisional pole with the 29.474. So it's Alpine, Sauber, Racing Bull, Williams, Red Bull, McLaren. 6 different teams in the top 6.
Yeah, and a huge chunk taken off of
Johnny B.
last time we raced.
Johnny B 29.425 puts the Haas on pole, so we now have 7 different teams in the top 7.
I thought we had some record breakers there, but last time they raced it was a 1:28.979.
Yeah, which was set by pole sitter GTS, who is now a representative of Tier 1. Last time out at Singapore, it was actually a very strong time out for Sauber, which was GTS and Sabi last season. They locked out the front row and they went and done the double because they got the 1-2 in the race as well.
Yeah, those two were a bit of a formidable team last season.
Yeah, I think it was. This was the race that pretty much categorically put Sauber's charge for the Constructors' Championship last season out, because they seemed to have found another gear last season when we hit Singapore, as we got Smoggy Ghost. Ooh, bit of a tail twitch out of turn 13, but no harm done. His teammate Johnny B currently on provisional pole with that 29.425. So where will Smoggy Ghost be in comparison to his teammate who's currently on that provisional pole spot? I think he's had a moment again, but gathered it up well. Just the last two corners for the Haas. Over the line, and it's a 34.1. So a few little twitches throughout that lap. So expect Smoggy Ghost to put a more competitive time to shoot him up the timing pages, along with the likes of Lei Wang as well.
Just having a quick look, I think Wookie is just coming round the last few turns. He's just coming out of 17.
Yeah, we'll join the
flyer.
Yeah, we'll join the championship leader. He won last time out in Mexico, doing a Lando Norris and winning the opening round of a brand new season. And it was a very strong result for McLaren in general, because they lead the Constructors' Championship after the first round as well. So both Wookie and Lil looking to do a Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri in these opening few rounds.
Well,
a bit deep by Wookie there, but not invalidated. Yeah, he's got away with it, so he can keep going.
The purple sector then as well, I think.
Would have cost him a little bit of time going deep. Yeah. Probably weren't ready for the overspeed for the braking point.
Must admit though, racing here on Monday, there was a few times where I went a few sort of borderline limits or what I thought was going to get me a penalty, but each time I kept getting away with it. But I think it was because I was probably losing time rather than gaining.
Yeah, there are a few points around Singapore where you can easily pick up like a silly track limit time and again, because the exit out of 14 is quite a common one, because the white line that they use doesn't follow the wall, it comes out a bit, so it's easy to get a corner cut there, as Wookie puts it P8.
Not too bad. Imagine he's going to faster in the race.
Yeah, I believe I think he qualified, if I'm not correct, looking at the results from last week. He qualified P5, so he won from 5th on the grid last week in Mexico. So
that's not bad at all.
He's shown that it doesn't have to be done at the front, although with the nature of Singapore, it is not the easiest of tracks to overtake on, even with the layout that we have this time around. As Savvy a 10th up coming into the final sector. This will put him ahead of Johnny B, but he's going to have to keep it nice and clean and tidy in these final few corners to put the Alpine back at the top of the timing pages.
That's probably just put done that lap. It's right, I was on board with GXD.
Yeah, 29.182 for Savvy puts him provisional pole. As I said earlier on, he did make it a front row lockout with teammate last season, GTS, when they were both in the Sauber. So Savvy looking to carry on his form from last season.
Poor old GXD's just tried to avoid in action and actually do about a 6-point turn to get back on track. All safe and everything, but awkward.
Luckily it was on an out lap.
Yeah. Let's see what he's got. He's just about to come around the lap.
Vitolso disqualified. blocking the pit lane. So my guess is Vitalso was letting cars coming through, and it is a bit of an awkward pit.
Got away with it.
Ooh, slide there out of turn 3 for GXD.
Yeah, he limited the first corner, and it was all good.
Yeah, he's currently down 13th. His teammate Avinash, who was part of Tier 2 last season, has now been dropped back down to Tier 3 after a few seasons up in the second tier. Has been demoted to 6th, and I believe that was... Oh, Shaggy's just gone second, 29.251, so not much separating the top... I'll say top 5, as we're going to continue with the Ferrari of GXD, as Lewang is sitting out the rest of the session. I believe he's one of the higher tiers. We have a few higher tier drivers in. We've got Lewang, GTS, Nels and Armar. So they will not be able to qualify on the soft tyre. And, another hair-raising moment for GXD. Really struggling with the rear.
Yeah, that's maybe he's tried to go for too low on the wings or something, but that's unusual there.
Well, the nature of this game recently is tempting people to go for a slightly low. Ooh, he's going to have to keep that rear end in check when it comes to the race, because as we know with Singapore, you have to really be careful of your rear tyres, because those are the tyres that take most of the brunt because of the low speed corners around here, the low speed nature of some of the corners.
Very brutal. I must admit, when I did my first practice run round here, I think at the end of it I put a set of softs on to do a quick quali lap. I did an out lap, a quali lap and an in lap, and my rear tyres were on 18%. So very, very. I went medium hard for my race, to be honest, because the tyres just did not last.
Yeah, we'll get more into strategy and stuff after qualifying, as we're into the last 2 minutes or so. A lot of drivers coming out for getting ready for their final runs, as we're going to follow Johnny B, who is starting a lap now. Currently third, was at the top of the timing pages briefly until Sabi leaped him and Shaggy put it into second. So a load of gaggle of cars in the first few corners, because everyone's coming out for their final run, so bit of traffic forming for this last minute or so.
Yeah, poor old GXD went for one final run.
Sorry there, Johnny B has just collided with Sabi.
No.
On a flying lap as well.
Oh no.
Johnny B and Sabi both with 5 place grid penalties.
That's very unfortunate indeed.
I know I said about traffic, but don't know what happened there. So that blows pole position out the water for both of them drivers, and probably see that in the stewards as well. It was on stream as well, because I was watching Johnny B, as we're going to be following Isaac in the Williams in the Gulf colours. Stunning livery. Oh, and he's dropped it out of turn 4.
Oh no.
It's all kicking off in these closing moments of qualifying here in Tier 3.
Yeah, is a lovely car though.
Yeah, so speaking of lovely cars, the Papaya McLaren Wookie, currently P6 on his last attempt.
He's not made up any time, unfortunately. He's about second and a half down at the moment.
He's probably doing a double warm-up, probably is flashing, so he's not pushing as hard, so I think he's probably bailed on that one. We'll check in on how his teammate's doing. 2 tenths down out of sector 1 for Lil. She too had a strong race last week out. As I said, McLaren leading the constructors. We'll jump to Shaggy. Currently second place, but net P1 with Sabi and Johnny B's 5 place grid penalties. So all he's got to do is keep it clean, and he's on for the Avanash P4.
Ivan's just about to come to the end of his lap. He's had a bit of traffic. It's not been obstructive as such, but it's certainly been in places that would just throw you off kilter a little bit.
Oh, 29.176. Ivan provisional pole for the moment. Yep. Oh, and there's Shaggy, 28.8 to 6. So could we be looking at a back-to-back pole for Sauber at Singapore in Tier 3? Because it was GTS last time we was here, and it looks to be Shaggy this time. A few more drivers. Josh Boy on his way in, so... And Isaac's in the pits as well, so that is qualifying. So it is Shaggy who will be on pole in Singapore for the second round of Tier 3. So Sauber getting back-to-back pole positions here in Singapore in Tier 3. Last season was GTS, this season it is Shaggy. And it'll be Ivan on that front row with Shaggy, so it's Sauber and Racing Bull locking out the front 2 positions. We'll run through the grid order in a moment. Good evening to everybody in the YouTube chat.
Welcome. Get those lights on.
As I say, Shaggy on pole, Ivan second, Sambao and Johnny B third and fourth, but they get dropped 5 places. So it'd be Avanash, Pepito, Josh Boy, Hive. Then we've got Wookie, Isaac, Lil, Geke, GXD, Smoggy Ghost. It's only KG, Wanged, GTS, Nels, Armor, and Vitalso who got disqualified. So if you take out the higher tier drivers that either haven't qualified or did laps on Inters, you'd bump Vitalso up 3 or 4 or 5 positions because of the higher tier drivers, but sadly we can't do that. But we have the break between qualifying and lights out now.
So why are you saying
Smoggy
that?
Ghost has put rain with a big open eyes.
Excellent. Interesting. Sorry, I was just going to say, we've gone from 22 to 27 people watching, and we've only got 6 likes, and one of them is mine. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, get those likes on there.
I would put a like in myself, but I'm calling things as they go, so I don't want to be... Oh, Vitalso's rejoined. Luckily, the only problem is he won't be able to sort out his strategy. So it'll be on the default, which I believe the default is set to a medium hard. So the general strategy for Singapore, if it's a one-stop, will be the medium hard. The undercut is huge around here, so too much of a risk, I would say, to go for the hard tyres. You can always take the safer route and do the two-stop strategy, which, depending on your balanced or harder tyre allocations, would be a medium hard, or as Steve said earlier on, because it's what he ran in Tier 2, a medium hard with the harder allocation. Fastest lap last season around Singapore for Tier 3 was a 1:33.428, but it was rain affected. And I believe there was one safety car, I think, during that race, going off some of the notes that Mr. Hodgson has sorted out for us.
Yeah, it's quite the norm to get rain around Singapore, though, really.
Yeah, because there's been a few rain-affected races, whether it's in MRC, real life, because we had a bit of rain for the start of Tier 1, but it soon dried up and it finished in the dry. So as you say, Singapore, no stranger to the rain. And the thing is, usually the temperature tends to be quite cool when it rains, but as I saw in, or I've seen a few times, especially when it's the weather forecast that we have it set to in the lobby, places like Singapore, if it's possibly going to rain, sometimes the temperature can still be quite warm.
Yeah, so can the rain. It's a very, very hot, humid place to be.
Smoggy Ghost with the very common comment, it is the norm for Tier 3 with the rain. Trust me, I know, because I spent quite a few seasons in the early days of MRC in Tier 3 when we first got the tier brought in, and I think the very first season we officially had with Tier 3, I think we had about 5 or 6 wet races in a row. So Tier 3 does tend to be the soggy tier, sadly. But those that have raced Tier 3 reserve or full-time seat, it's plenty of practice.
Absolutely. More time on the track. Always good.
So we are waiting.
Go.
Yep. And then we'll be heading for the parade lap, which will be led by Shaggy in the Sauber after taking pole in qualifying moments ago. Here we are. So Shaggy gets them underway on this formation lap, so we'll have a look at what tyres people have decided to go for, and a few drivers on the mediums. The pole sitter's gone for the hards, and the most intriguing one, Popito P4 soft tyres. Instant 2-stop, but those soft tyres will not last long.
No, and you got to be well, I know you're going to be rapid on those tyres, but like you say, getting moves done around this track, excluding your 5 positions in 3 corners the other night, it's usually quite difficult.
Yeah, usually you get about 5 or 6 positions in 3 corners in a carnage situation. And if you want to know what we're on about, you can always check out the Tier 2 race from earlier this week.
Yeah, it's all on the channel.
Yep. It's all there for everyone to see. Or if you get bored on just at weekends, you can always, and you've want to pick up some things for races later on in the calendar, you can always go back and watch previous races for, let's say, races for next week's load of races, because you can always look at what the strategy was and whatnot. So it's always feasible to keep checking out past streams, whether it's for race knowledge or prep work. It always counts.
So who have you got picked for the race then? What do you reckon?
Ooh. Well, one lap pace wise, it was quite close amongst a couple of those in the top places, as we see Shaggy doing a bit of a burnout to get heat into those hard tyres. He will be a bit of a slower starter with being on the harder tyre, whereas you got Papito P4 on the soft, so he'll be lightning off the start. But as for my pick for probably the race, I'm just going to take the safe bet. I mean, yes, we're seeing crazy things in Singapore, but I'm going to put the pressure on Wookie for this one, as we have 3, 4 and 5, and it's a lights out and away we go for Singapore Tier 3. Strong start for Shaggy. Ivan on the inside, but Shaggy holds the position through turn 1 and 2. So it is Sauber, Racing Bull.
Oh, we got somebody round.
Oh, yes, we have. We've got Isaac dropping to the back, and Josh Boy as well tumbling down, and Lil getting in a few battles in the mix in the middle of the pack. Although she's picked a position back up, Wookie. Game places, we'll quickly have a look at those position changes throughout this opening lap. Josh Boy down 9 places. It is really chaos in that mid pack as usual.
Yeah, Leo's just got KG, and then within about 2-3 seconds, KG's just got Leo back again.
Yeah. Doesn't hurt to race the higher tier drivers, because even if you're on the same piece of track as them, you're always learning. Papito not able to get a decent start on those soft tyres, but crucially Shaggy, even though he was on the harder tyre, got the better start and currently leads halfway through this first lap. But Ivan is tucked up underneath him. He'll be waiting for the DRS to be activated on the following lap. What have you just seen? Because we just had
into the back of Papito.
A bit of a Hodgie Howell impersonation there by Steve.
I think Hive has maybe just damaged a portion of his front wing. That was unfortunate. It's just cars bunched up ahead, unfortunately, coming into 16.
Yeah, it's one of those things, if you're following too close to a car, and it is, well, the closer you are to a car, it's harder to predict where they're going to brake and can easily into the back of them. But
yeah,
Ivan having a little luck, but not able to make any move as such on Shaggy. So probably he knew the DRS was coming on this lap, so I believe Shaggy was saving as much battery as he can to defend Ivan in that first DRS zone. But the front two have pulled out a bit of a gap, nearly 1.5 seconds to Avanash in the Ferrari. Whereas Ivan will, even if he doesn't get a move done in this part of the DRS zone, he will have another stab, because the detection point for turn 13 will also give you DRS out of 14, so he's going to have another go. But Shaggy, you must be using that battery smartly to keep Ivan behind. They are pulling away from the Ferrari. As we have a good scrap in the middle part. We've got 3 cars as we just jumped to. We've got Geke, Josh Boy and Lil, Mercedes, Red Bull and McLaren, with the Sauber and Racing Bull just behind, as the Red Bull of Josh Boy looks to go on the inside of turn. Ooh, bit of contact. Racing room always given, but sometimes slight contact happens. And Geke retains position. As Lil's gone round in the McLaren. Dropped to 15th. As we have a yellow flag, more stuff kicking. Oh, Shaggy's lost a load of places. He was leading, he's now down to 5th. So it's Ivan that leads, and Avinash is now tucked up the Racing Bull. So I wonder if Ivan and Shaggy have had a bit of a moment, because they were all on their own about 2 seconds up the road from Avinash, and now Avinash is within DRS of Ivan, and Shaggy finds himself down in 5th.
Yeah, he's got his wings intact, so it looks okay.
Yeah, and Ivan looks fine as well. His front wings are intact as well, so probably a bit of a tangle, probably, or it could even be that Shaggy just on those hard tyres just got a bit eager on the throttle as he's trying to go around the outside of the McLaren into the Mercedes. Goes off track and filters back in. Wookie's there as well. Oh, but there's a Haas steaming through. Just kept it in limits, I would say, by Johnny B. But Shaggy under a little bit of pressure from the championship leader. And I bet Wookie will probably enjoy hearing that if he watches this back. MRC's Lando Norris.
Wookie and
oh, it's really backing up because
4 to 8 is all real close to each other there.
Yeah, and there are 4.3 seconds away off of the front two as Ivan's dropped Avinash out of DRS, so Ivan seems to be a lot more consistent pace. Ooh, what have you seen? I'm guessing it's
Shaggy just made a really aggressive move into 13 up the inside there. It's a bit of
Wookie's going to have a little look and try and take advantage, but no, he sits back better of it, goes for the switch, the undercut, not able to get the power down. But Hive will be a sitting duck for Wookie, but Wookie not able to make anything. So Shaggy up to 3rd with, from what you were saying, a bit of an audacious move.
Yeah, I mean it looked clean, but then like you say, the speed was taken off, but there was a bit of pushing and shoving once actually into the corner to get the move done. Wookie and Hive having a great little battle at the moment now. That's all great to watch.
A bit of a slide for Hive. Yeah, it was slowly.
Literally lap 5, so yeah, the tyres will be starting to struggle.
Yeah,
already.
it will. Shaggy will start to feel the benefit of starting on those hard tyres, but Ivan has dropped Avinash by 2.8 seconds, 2.9, so I think Avinash is struggling on those medium tyres because he is dropped back a fair bit from the race leader. Just over 3 seconds behind now from Ivan, so Ivan in a very comfortable position in these early stages. It is lap 5 of 31, but at this moment in time the Racing Bull seems to be a lot better on its tyres than the Ferrari, because that gap is 3.1, but we'll see what the gap to Avinash will be like, as Shaggy's now in clean air, so he's dropped Hive by 1.5 seconds. So Hive going to be under pressure from the McLaren.
Yeah, Wookie's going to be on. Wookie's dropped Sabby now as well, making a little bit of a claw back, but
Sabby and Johnny B out of position. Yeah, Shaggy and Johnny B being out of position because of a 5-place grid penalty for the pair of them for an incident that happened in qualifying.
Josh Boy open the door now for the track penalty limits.
Yeah, Yeah, Josh Boyd, the first one to fall foul, but Wookie is staying glued to the back of the Mercedes.
Should have. The last I found round here, it's good to use the DRS and a bit of battery, but not really to make a move right until the last minute and towards the end of the track.
Yeah, had a look at turn 7, but then thought best of it. But he's got Sabi tucked under his rear diffuser now as well. So we've got a 3-way for 5th, 6th, well, 4th, 5th and 6th. With Johnny being the Haas just a little bit behind.
So look back, Isaac's just lost a few more positions, so I'm not sure what's happened there.
Isaac currently 17th, yeah. As we're staying with this battle, this is 4th, 5th, 6th.
Oh, he's lost it again. Oh, and... Oh, no. He lost it and didn't ghost, and... I think
Has he collected someone?
Yeah, I think it's Armour was unfortunately involved. When he came around the corner, he was in front of him. There's nothing Armour could have done.
As that's brought out a full safety car.
I think they're both mobile again now, so that's...
Yeah, but that moment... we had
into the wall.
Oh, Ivan's taking advantage of this. I believe a lot of the front runners will be taking advantage of this. Ivan, 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and it's glitched him onto the start-finish straight, but now it's glitched him back into the pit lane.
No. Oh. I was going to say, that is very
GXD, 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. I know it's a bit of an awkward pit entry here at Singapore, but
it does
sometimes
seem very, very slow as well to me. When
yeah.
Why's GXD gone onto wet tyres?
I know we had possible... I know we had... I think it was Smoggy Ghost hinted at probably rain in the YouTube chat earlier. But I don't know, because a bit of a wobble there for the safety car with the suspension. So for the brief moment, it is Bert Mylander leading in the Aston Martin, followed by second place Ivan.
Yeah, safety car seems a bit extreme for that, really. Everyone's...
Yeah, mind you, referring to, I think it was Tier 4 last week in Mexico that followed on from Tier 3. It was myself and Tier 1's Saviour on comms for that one, and we had a safety car for somebody losing a front wing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, mind you, we've had safety cars in real life like that. But we have 2 people with 10-second penalties that have to be served with at the next stop. So that's going to hurt Ivan if he... I believe he'll have to stop again, because... or he could be able to drag these to the end, but he's going to have to really nurse the hard tyres like a lot of the others. The biggest gainer, because she started on the hard tyres, she decided to stay out, is Lil, who now finds herself sat in second in the McLaren. Most of the, I believe, majority of the drivers behind her have all pitted, including her teammates.
Yeah,
so
she started on the hards as well. It's a tricky decision to make this many laps in when a car comes out like that.
Yeah, but it does go against her a little bit. She's it's not what an early safety car is not what she would have wanted, but we'll see if she can make something work of it. I believe Wookie's gone on to for an Wookie was, I believe, on mediums as well, so he's hard tyres. So those that were on mediums have come in and put the hard tyre on. It's going to be a bit of a The only advantage that Lil will have on this restart, as Ivan has left the session now after retiring, or he's got retired in the pit, should I say. So we're down to 19 out of 20 runners on lap 8. But she may not have the grip advantage to those around her, but with being on used hard tyres, she may be able to get them in temperature a bit better than those that are on brand new hards, because they're going to have to take a bit of firing up to do. But the tyres go cold very quickly around here, as the safety car is in. That is relatively late, so it is now down to Ivan to back them up.
And you want to make sure you back them up as well, because you don't want to repeat of Monday.
Where is Ivan going to go? He's gone. A little bit hesitant, well. Not read it very well. She's going to be under pressure from Avinash into turn 1.
Yeah.
But she holds position, put the car where she needed to, as Shaggy.
Shaggy's coming though.
Yeah, slips down the inside. He's on medium tyres.
Yeah.
So he's going to be... He started on the hard, so he's gone medium, so he'll have to pit again, because those mediums will not make it to the end, so he is on a 2-stop.
Well, I've got a feeling everyone's got to pit again now.
Yeah, even those on...
Lil, if she can really drag those out for a stint.
Yeah, if she stays out and tries and carries on the best she can still remain on a 1-stop, but most of those that are pitting under the safety car, as you say, even those on the hards, will probably be even going on a 2-stop. But Shaggy will be a bit more punchy in this stint with being on the mediums compared to others. But as we know, Lil is a bit of a cork in the bottle.
I'm not sure. Just at the back with GTS. There's a nice bunch of them there from sort of, well, ninth place down. All nice and close at the moment, all within a couple of attempts.
Yeah, DRS is now enabled. It's been 1 lap after the restart, so we're going to jump to the battle for first and second. Ivan on hards, Shaggy on mediums, so roles reversed from the opening few laps. So Shaggy will need to take full advantage of the quicker tyre. DRS open as we head towards turn 7. Ivan defensive, but Shaggy finds a way round the outside.
Lovely.
As Sambal dropping down the order. End plate missing on the Alpine. So that explains that explains Sabi dropping down as Lil was only KG coming in quite bit quicker than Lil. She's really struggling on those hard tyres compared to those on the fresher tyres around her. She's now dropped to 8th place, but she's keeping her teeth gritted. She's still pushing on. She's missed the braking point. No. Lovely
recovery.
Lovely little half spin there. Go on, girl.
That's
lovely
not
stuff.
That easy to do in that space, because it normally just decides to not spin up the wheels.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, exactly that. That was well done.
Lovely stuff. But sadly, that has put her towards the back of the pack, though. But
pit now, surely.
Yeah, she's got a bit of temperature in those. She's dropped off a fair bit, though.
Yeah. I mean, once your rear's gone on, especially on this track I found as well, when I was doing practice
sessions, it's difficult to call
corner after corner.
Yeah, it's difficult to call them off as well, but we'll see how her teammate is going, because Wookie all over the back of the Ferrari. of Avinash. It is South Africa versus England for the final podium position, with Hive in the Mercedes slightly behind. The battle out front is relatively stable.
Yeah.
Ivan keeping Shaggy for company, although Ivan, as you say, will probably have to pit again, even though he's on the hard tyre. He'll have to serve 10 seconds. GXD, who was the other one that had the speeding penalty, did an extra stop under the safety car to remove that 10 seconds under the safety car. So GXD playing a smart move under the safety car, making the extra stop to remove that 10 seconds to lose a little bit less time as he would if it was green flag conditions. So smart thinking by the second Ferrari. Just having a quick look at the YouTube chat. Isaac, who's no longer racing after retiring the pits, has pretty much stated his opinion on this track. He hates it. And it's a bit of a Marmite track. Yeah, Singapore's pretty much a Marmite track. You either like it or you don't. Personally, I'm on the dislike side because street tracks. But I've had
your favourites.
Yeah, very funny. We're going to drop away from the battle for the front two at the moment. Avinash has tried to drop Wookie out of DRS, but I believe Wookie has stayed in it. No, he was just outside, so he's going to be under a little bit of pressure from Hive. But Wookie's close enough to get a tow from the Ferrari, but... oh, yellow flag, and we have a safety car. So what's brought that out? Because
I don't know, I'm looking.
It would be nice to know. Just checking for toll, so he's got he's
right,
just pitted.
Wookie's going into the... No, who's just gone in the pits?
Ivan's pitted, so he's gonna
wing.
Oh, so Ivan has brought it out then.
The KG's in as well.
So this will be a long stop for Ivan. So it'll be a new front wing plus the 10 seconds that he's going to have to be held for. So it's going to be a very lengthy stop for Ivan.
Leo's got to come in this time, surely.
Yeah, she's got
Dropped
to...
way back. Got to be done, Leo.
Yeah, she's in as well.
But yeah,
so,
I'm currently clueless as to why we have a safety car.
Ashley in the YouTube chat agrees with Isaac. And he's not had his shocker of a race yet, so...
Real track next week. I must admit, I mean, this time round, I hadn't generally minded this track too much. I used to absolutely hate it.
Yeah,
I think the first time I ever raced here with this league, it was in the wet as well, and it was just the most horrible experience. But this week and the practice seems to have been relatively okay.
Call me a psychopath if you will. Racing in the wet in Singapore, even though I don't like this track, is actually quite fun. But
I'm
me
not
in general
sure I'd go that far, but
but generally racing in the wet conditions for me, I always enjoy it. It's always fun, in my opinion, racing in the wet, because you could be the slowest pace setter in the dry, but if you're so consistent and steady in wet conditions, the racing and the order just ends up being flipped up on its head, because it completely changes the way races go, because you could have somebody who's absolutely rapid in dry conditions, but sprinkle a little bit of rain and they struggle because they don't seem to be liking the damp conditions. But those that I mean, the best way I can explain it is from real life experiences from past Formula One is you could have, for example, in the mid-90s, just for example, you could have like the usual suspects in the dry, McLaren and Ferrari at the front of the grid, but put a bit of rain in and you see some of the back markers moving up the grid. Like you would have like a Sauber further up or a Benetton further up, or just like lower cars, because they may not be good overall, but the driver can make the difference in the wet, which is why sometimes you'll see drivers that were strong in wet conditions in lower cars. One name comes to mind would be who was tend to be in slower cars but good in the wet was I believe Jean Alesi back in the late 90s.
Oh, safety car's coming in.
Yeah. Ooh, that's I believe that caught Avinash and Wookie out, because Avinash had ghosted and had Wookie inside of him for a brief moment.
Easy.
But Shaggy takes control. Last time we had the safety car around here, it was Ivan who was doing the restart, but now it's Shaggy, and he's gone already. He's gone relatively early, which is quite smart. Yeah. And he's already breaking away from Avinash. GXD 3 seconds.
Yeah,
but a nice
second gap.
Yeah, nice clean start from Shaggy. 9/10 to Avinash on that restart, and Avinash is dropping Wookie as well. Wookie not having as strong as getaway as Avinash, but
no.
Shaggy's definitely done what he needed to do. He's used those medium tyres on the restart, and he's already 1.1 seconds up the road.
I don't think he's going to be able to maintain that though, because both him and then everyone behind him have got similar lap times at the moment on those tyres. So
yeah, and
tyres are going to be probably one lap, and then I've got a feeling they're
Haas
going to
and McLaren side by side, Johnny B and Wookie. Haas gets the upper hand though, so Johnny B up to 4th, Wookie down to 5th, and the only way.
Smoggy's just lost a lot of positions.
Yeah, he's tumbling down. He's down to 18th, but that move by Johnny B was quite Johnny B good.
You've been banking that one, haven't you?
I'm going to get sacked after this, that's for sure.
TTS. The Tauso I think struggling already, and the tyres are only 3 laps old, back end everywhere. So he's chasing Lil.
Well, there was a few drivers even in qualifying that we need to see with a few slap happy rears.
Yeah.
As Wookie's coming in. Oh, he's missing an end plate. Didn't notice that. So Wookie's in for a new front wing because lost a end plate during that that current lap. Li Wang 3 seconds, but the gap out front 3.1. Yeah, so Shaggy's really put his foot down since the restart.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed by that, to be honest, although it's just dropped to 2.9. But yeah, I would have thought Avinash would have only taken maybe a lap, and then those tyres would have come in and had the advantage.
I think Shaggy knows that he's only got so many laps of the performance of the medium, so he's going to use it to as best he can to the full effect before the performance drops off, to open up enough of a gap that he knows he's got to pit again as well, so that's probably the thinking. But Avinash has got that gap down a little bit, under 3 seconds.
Got a lovely battle here behind Johnny B. KG and Elwayne. They're
Yeah, 4 cars.
all KG gonna get the
KG
move
looking
done.
round the outside of Johnny B.
Leave the room. Yep.
He left the space, and Le Wang's there as well. So 2 higher tier
Yeah,
drivers.
Sort of pinned in there a little bit, Lewang though. Just oh.
I don't think Le Wang is going to be very happy with that, because he pretty much got pinned into the wall there by Johnny B.
Yeah.
So Johnny B bad for that one. Yeah, I'm getting sacked after this. Oh, if any of the admins are watching right now, I apologise. I'm already packing my bags from the comms team. Don't you worry. I'm already packing my bags.
I love it. I love a poor gag. It's always good. Can't go wrong.
Yellow flag again for in sector 1.
Can't see it.
Ooh, just jumped to KG getting past Hive, and Hive was pointing at us like, oh, Pepito's gone.
Where have we lost Pepito?
His car's... Whoa! More contact! Le Wang, Johnny B and Hive again, as we have... And that's what's brought the safety car out. So that moment that we just had... And this is our 3rd safety car. And we're on lap 17 of 31. Drive-through for GTS.
Oh no!
I don't think he's going to be too bothered about that. He's a high tier after all. Yeah, the Delta, I will say, even Hive has been caught out. The Delta is horrible round here, because you come out, you brake for a corner, you'll take it so steady, you'll come out the corner, and all of a sudden your Delta will just go from green to red, and it's like, where's that gone?
Yeah, and it's not just by a small amount either. It's a big old chunk usually.
Yeah, it's like somebody took a big slab of chunk of cake out. I was like, oh, Hive, 10 seconds as well.
Oh, let's have a look at the penalties here, because they've just gone mental.
Fresh medium tyres, sorry, going on to Shaggy as Ivan stays out. So as GXD as well has stayed out. Hive has called it a day in the pit, so he's retired in the pit. So we're down to 17 out of 20 as we're on lap 18 of 31. We have lost both Williams, Isaac and Popito, and we've just lost the Mercedes of Hive.
El Wang, I don't know if you've brought it up already. El Wang's got a drive-through penalty, so GTS. And then
yeah,
we'll
get the
for Josh Boy, Sabby, and GXD.
Yeah, just got that up on the stream for everyone to see. As you were saying, 2 drive-throughs. Both higher tier drivers, so I don't think both of them drivers will be too bothered about that. The crucial ones, though, are the 3 seconds for 3 of the tier 3 drivers. We've got GXD, who's second, carrying 3 seconds, and down in 12th and 13th we have Sabby and Josh Boy, also on 3 seconds. But everyone else in tier 3 is all clean and good so far. So safety car number 3, and last week we had 5. So it's not only been a chaotic opening round to tier 3, but it's also been a bit of a chaotic second round so far.
May it be something to do potentially with the street chapter being terribly close once?
You don't say.
So is there, out of all the street tracks, is there not even one that you're particularly partial to, or is it just you sort of dislike them in general?
I dislike them in general mainly because I know if you go back to how racing came about, racing was first done on the streets and whatnot. I know people saying that, But the main reason why I don't like street tracks currently is because we just seem to be getting more and more of them, and I know it takes a lot of money to keep proper functioning race circuits going and up to standards and whatnot, but there's tracks that we've had all over the world that have been used in Formula One in general that have had so much history and are loved by fans and drivers, and I'm going to use Spa very highly here because, as we know, Spa is going to be going to a temporary basis in real life F1, so it's going to be on and off the calendar throughout the seasons as of now, and that's one of the main tracks that you hear fans and drivers both love that circuit. And
it's a classic, isn't it?
It is. And speaking of classics, we're going to be losing a classic after 2026 with Spain going from Barcelona to Madrid. Obviously, we've got the new Madrid street circuit this year, and I'm going to move away from real F1 to back to the Tier 3 race in hand, because the safety car is on its way in, and it'll be Ivan taking his second safety car restart of the evening and the third safety car restart overall.
GXD's very close to him.
Yeah, he's right. He's contact though. Got a bit too close.
Did he have some wing come off then? I didn't quite.
No, there was
that.
no damage and luckily no penalty for both of them. That could have been even worse. Okay. Ivan's gone. Smoggy goes 10 seconds. Severe collision with Nels.
Dear, oh dear.
As Shaggy's gone down the inside of Vitolso on the restart. So Shaggy on those brand new medium tyres, using them to full effect, getting a position on the restart, and is already on the back. Very close to the wall on the exit of turn 5.
I'm here.
Bit of a graze on the wall as he's looking around the outside. Makes it stick. That was lovely stuff. That's the difference.
Great move.
That's the difference in grip between Shaggy's mediums and GXD's. So Shaggy really taking full effect. It's quite fitting that Shaggy's in a Sauber, because the front of the Sauber is green, and being a bit of a nerd from my childhood, the main colour from the Michelin machine was actually green, so it's quite fitting that his name's Shaggy and he's racing a green and, well, a car with a bit of green on it. So plus, going even further, Shaggy wore a green t-shirt.
Vitolso, I think it's just done Avinash.
Yeah, Racing Bull passed one of the Ferraris.
They've just changed back again.
Lil there, bit of contact. Lil and KG a bit quicker than Lil. He's a higher tier driver. As we have a Sauber going in, that is Luanged. As Lil gets Vitolso as well, so Vitolso dropping even more places. Lil round the... she may have just got away with that for track limits, so that is Lil up to P5. So very strong even though she missed the braking point earlier on and did that lovely half turn, she now finds herself P5. As we just had a change of lead as well. Shaggy gets past Ivan for the race lead with DRS,
and much better tyres at the moment.
Avinash has got on GXD, so the Ferraris have swapped round. GXD really struggling on those mediums. Bit of a perhaps slappy moment for the number 77 Scarlet Ferrari.
Johnny B and KG and Lil are all...
Yeah, Wookie's at the back of the train as well, so KG and Johnny B in a bit of a McLaren sandwich right now.
And I think Gecko will be there very shortly. This is not far off.
Yeah, he's slightly behind, and there's a few cars behind him that are slowly crawling up as well, so quite a few long trains forming. Wookie having a look at Johnny B, but not able to have a little look. And again, KG really getting up behind the back of Lil.
Yeah.
Oh, he's cut the corner a bit there, trying to make the overtake.
Didn't get it done though. Making it inside in turn
Yeah,
one.
and Wookie's done the same.
Ooh.
So, it's a bit close. Be careful. We don't want papaya rules here. Just fair racing. But that's put KG. He's dropped places to both to Lil, Wookie, and Johnny B.
Yeah, I think he tried to give the position back. I'm
Yeah,
not sure he was comfortable with that, but really
Wookie's got DRS on his teammate. I don't think Lil's going to put up a fight here. No, she doesn't. Plays a bit of a hold there from KG as he was sliding under braking for the corner there, but Lil didn't put up a fight and lets the, I would say, team leader of Wookie through. So Wookie P5, Lil P6.
KG really wants to get past Johnny B here. That's Josh Boy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a Lil's become a bit of a cork in the bottle, but she's actually doing a real good team job here because she's let Wookie go with DRS, and obviously it's not easy to overtake. She's got DRS off of Wookie as well, so she's able to defend from Johnny B. So McLaren's working together. Vitolso's managed to get back in. So that probably explains why Vitolso was dropping places hand over fist.
Johnny B is practically chewing on the rear diffuser right through those last few
and
corners
KG's getting antsy in his pantsy behind Johnny B, as Wookie has now brought that gaggle of cars onto the back of GXD. So now GXD has fallen into this battle now. So this is now the battle for 4. Wookie with DRS on the Ferrari.
Get it done, I think.
GXD holds the inside, but Wookie gets it move on the inside. Now it's Lil's turn to have a crack at GXD. So, bit of a slide for GXD with those rears again.
And again,
yeah, really fighting the rears as Johnny B coming under pressure again from KG, but KG again has to back out of it again. I know street tracks are close spots. Oh no!
Oh, come on, KG, you're gonna have to give that one back.
That was Johnny B going into the back of Lil. It's all kicking off now, and Wookie is literally probably looking behind thinking, where has everybody just gone? Because now he finds himself all on his own in P4, and now we've got KG in 5th with Johnny B 6th and Lil down in Shaggy 3. That could be interesting come the end, although Shaggy is 4.1 seconds up the road from Ivan, so he's relatively safe. Smoggy Ghost.
Strategy there as well, to be honest, with the tyres and whatever he's just Shaggy.
Yeah, because Ivan stayed out. Ivan stayed out under the last safety car, so he took the gamble. He's still on for 2nd place though. Avinash looking good for 3rd. But we'll drop back to the battle further down. We have KG, Johnny B, Josh Boy, 5th, 6th and 7th. Alpine, Haas and Red Bull.
I'm just on board at the moment with Nils. I think he's looking to try and make a move on Sadie and Gecko.
Let's jump to the Aston. Pace. Yellow flag. Soon cleared up. GXD with 3 seconds. Down in 16th.
Ooh,
Bit of
Soddy's
end
got a
plate
bit of
missing on that Aston Martin I see on Nels on the left hand side.
Oh, another yellow. So I was just on. Sammy's
Yeah,
got
GXD's
some.
lost it again, which has allowed Lil through. So GXD really struggling.
I think everyone is now. I was just skipping around the field here, and even with some of the hard tyres, they're sort of 12, 13 laps old now. They're starting to slide all over the place.
Yeah,
Sort
it's
of like a rally car at the moment. Some of them.
yeah. Ooh, GTS
Oh,
speeding in pit lane. But yeah, going back to what you were saying, even those on hard tyres that are like double digits old, they're starting to feel the effect.
yeah.
I mean, most of those that stayed out under the safety car or vice versa, it's pretty much just making sure you get the car to the flag now. With we're on lap 25 of 31, so I think everyone's in conservative mode and making sure they get the car to the end, because first you must finish, because you can't score points unless you finish, and you can't score a podium if you don't unless you finish, and obviously you can't win a race if you don't finish, as GXD has gone, and that is another safety car. Number 4.
I can't see anything on track. Loads of people in the pits now, though. Oh no, both the it's unfortunate. Both the Astons have gone in literally right behind each other into the pits.
Yeah, well, that's
Armour, I suppose. Yeah, Armour's a reserve, so he's.
Yeah, Armour's a higher tier reserve, and one of the rulings are that higher tier drivers, every time a safety car comes out, they must pit. So that is why
the happened so many times. He's flipping between two different sets of used hards at the moment.
Yeah, he can't, and that's another thing. High tier drivers, they can't use the soft tyre, so
no.
Depending on your allocation, you're flicking between 2 mediums and a hard, or a medium and 2 hards. But Shaggy's not picked the safety car up. It's up to him what he does. The problem is, it is this late in the race, and it depends on if he can keep those mediums relatively well to the end. His race is in his control, especially with that 3 seconds he's got hanging over him as he's coming in. And he's always spotted to the pit entry, and he's lost his wing as well. Drama in tier 3. We've had it all. 4 safety cars, a lovely pirouette from Lil, and a race leader dropping it on the pit entry. Ivan stayed out, so he is taking those. He is taking those hards to the end. He stayed out on both safety cars. Not a bad idea.
Ivan is, well, I don't know. I think he's probably more like a sitting duck now. It's going to be.
It's not a bad idea, because, as we know, track position's very critical at Singapore.
Absolutely.
So, and Avinash isn't on relatively new tyres behind, so he too is on used, and same with Johnny B as well. We have, I believe that is the Red Bull of GTS that's behind Avinash, so that is GTS who is out of position in the train. because there's Johnny B, who's now on the back of GTS, and we also have Smoggy Ghost, who's out of position as well, because he is on the back of his teammate. So we have 2 cars that are out of position under the safety car. And we're on lap 27 of 31. We have 16 runners left. We have lost the Ferrari of GXD, the Mercedes of Hive, and both the Williams of Popito and Isaac. And it is the top 15 that score point in MRC. So as that is GTS going in the pit lane to get out the way of all the cars that he's ahead of. So fair play from GTS going in the pit lane to move himself out of the equation the best he can for those that were around him.
Yeah, always good and respectful.
Judging by how spread out the pack is, I know the safety car generally goes quite slow around Singapore because the Delta in general. But those that have pitted will probably be trying to take it as careful as possible, because yes, they want heat in the tyres, but they will not want to take too much out the tyres before the restart, because they want as much performance in the tyres for the restart. And my guess is we're probably going to have maybe 1 or 2 laps of racing, so we could have 1 lap of DRS.
Do you think they'll do that, or do you think they'll come in early and let the pack not catch up because it's so close to the end? I don't know what their sort of in-game cut-off is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the cut-off lap is as well.
Most of them are nearly there now anyway, I guess.
Yeah, we've just got, I believe it's Sabi, who's got a gaggle of cars behind him, which has got Nels, Wanged, and then it's just Lil to get on the back of the train as well. And then we've got, as I say, Smoggy Ghost out of position in the train, so he's got to be careful on the restart because he's going to be getting absolutely peppered with blue flags. As we will be going green flag to start lap 29, so we're going to have a sprint to the end, so park your backsides and get comfortable. As Ivan has gone just before the final corner, Avinash roughly stayed. As that is Smoggy Ghost pulling right over to the side to let everybody through on this restart. Nice and safely. Shaggy already making moves.
Yeah,
soft tyres on the Sauber as well, so he is really punchy. Oh, Johnny B, 10 seconds. Johnny B, 10 seconds for ignoring yellow flags, so that'll be due to Smoggy Ghost getting out of the way for people. So he tried to do it safely, but Johnny B's been caught out by it. He can get that put in, and stewards can remove it if they deem it to be unfair, which probably will more than likely be. Avinash all over the... Oh, that was tight!
Oh,
nearly went into the back of Ivan.
The gap that he's just closed because of those two battling is incredible.
Yeah, Shaggy on those soft tyres.
First couple, yeah.
Avinash has made a move for the lead, so the Ferrari now ahead of the Racing Bull.
Yeah, he's got slightly better tyres at the moment, I'd say.
Ivan's struggling. Those hards are really old compared to those around him, especially the soft tyres on Shaggy.
That's a move that I did on...
yeah, Shaggy used it. Shaggy could brake a lot later.
Yeah, I had that advantage. I had much better tyres than Smith.
DRS enabled, lap 30 or 31. This is the penultimate lap of Tier 3 Singapore. Avinash leads, Shaggy second, Ivan third. That's your top three at the moment. Shaggy carrying 3 seconds, so he's going to be pushing like a stabbed rat.
He's definitely pushing after that last
Oh,
corner.
we've got Josh Boy losing it in the background. But yeah, Shaggy's going to be pushing like a stabbed rat in these closing 2 laps because of that 3 seconds.
I don't think all the will in the world is not going to get the opportunity to clear that.
Yeah, and those soft tyres, they won't have much performance life in them, so they could drop off any moment. So going aggressive for this. Avinash has already dropped in, so he's really struggling with those softs already. He's took so much out of them, he's zapped the life out of them, so he's going to could be under pressure if he doesn't have that gap to Ivan. But all Avinash has got to do is keep it clean for the remainder of this lap and the next. Smoggy goes 3 seconds. Sabi plummeting down as well, as we're going to keep a close eye on this one. As Avinash leads on to the final lap, 31 of 31.
Yeah, those softs are shot to bits now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm seeing droplets of rain. Yeah, I've just noticed that as well.
Well, it's a bit late now.
A shame, really. Johnny B's retired in the pit lane, so that means we're going to have 15 runners at the flag. Ivan just in the 3 seconds. But all Avinash has got to do is put his car in the right places.
Johnny B retired. Johnny B was still in the points.
He was.
And he's got reserves ahead now, about to pit for the last lap.
Want to focus on the front two though, as Avinash is making sure he gets the car to the line, because that's all he's got to do.
Yeah, he seems to be twitching a little bit himself as well. So
probably the track. It could be the track being a little bit greasy with the spots of rain that we've got. So everyone's in survival mode in this final lap.
It's just interesting to see if everyone gets it stopped.
Yeah, it's Avinash now. Has got 4 corners left. Now he's just got 2.
Oh.
And around the final 2 corners comes the number 2 Scarlet Ferrari. And Avinash is going to win the Singapore Grand Prix for Ferrari. Shaggy will hold. Oh, Shaggy drops to 3rd after his penalty. Ivan gets 2nd. Shaggy 3rd. Geke in the Mercedes 4th, Wookie will be 5th, then it'll be Lil 6th, so McLaren 5th and 6th, Josh Boy 7th. Sabi drifting round the penultimate few corners gets it in 8th. Vitalso jumps in though because of penalties. KG will be the next one across the line. And then we've got Luang in the Sauber. And then we've got the 2 Aston Martins left, Nels and Armar, the last 2 on the lead lap. Because GTS and Smoggy Ghost has caught the flag. As one of the Aston Martins drops it round on the line. And as you noticed, even though it made no difference, just before the 2 Astons finished, DRS was deactivated because the track was indeed wet. But it is Reds galore as Avinash wins the Singapore Grand Prix. Ferrari on top. South Africa on top. These results will be provisional. Avinash, your race winner. Fastest lap went to Luang. Driver of the day in-game was Vitalso. Luang with the most overtakes. And cleanest driver went to Armared. But provisional order, Avinash is your race winner this week. With Ivan 2nd and Shaggy 3rd. Geke 4th. Wookie 5th. Lil 6th. Josh Boy 7th. Vitolso 8th, Savvy 9th, and KG rounding out the top 10. Then it is Liwangd, Nels, and Armor, GTS, and Smoggy Ghost. Classified, Johnny B. And then we've got the non-classifies of GXD, Hive, Popito, and Isaac. Why didn't we get the rain sooner? Because that would have made a chaotic race even more chaotic.
Maybe they noticed the amount of safety cars there were and thought maybe we'll just leave it and just put a few drops in
yes,
the last
some of the drivers out there probably thought, we had 5 last week, we've had 4 this week, maybe we'll give Bert Marlander a bit of a rest for the last one, for this last part of the race.
Yeah, let him put a little bit less mileage in, obviously start overtaking some of the drivers.
Tier 3 have allowed Bert Marner to put many miles in these last 2 weeks, but that wraps up the second round of Tier 3. We have our second race winner of the season, which is Avinash, who joins Wookie as a season race winner here in season 19. Because of the chaos and everything that happened, I have no idea for my pick of driver of the day, but I'll probably give it to Avinash because it was a chaotic race. He kept himself clean, and that last safety car was pretty much right place, right time with those medium tyres. Shaggy, ridiculous pace, whether it was medium, soft or hards. But yeah, anything you want to say before we wrap up, Steve?
Yeah, for me, enjoyed that one. I think my driver's going to go to Gecko. I think started in 12th, finished in 4th. Good solid race in the result. But yeah, good race to watch, apart from the plethora of safety cars.
Well, if you add the 5 from last week, you've seen 9 in total now, because you've done 2 Tier 3 comms back in a row now. Indeed. Should start nicknaming you Mr. Tier 3 with the amount of Tier 3s you've been doing lately.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
The earlier ones, it means I can get something to eat.
Yeah, true. It's a double-edged sword. Do you get the early comms routine in, or do you end up being on the late shift?
Yeah. Yeah.
And speaking of the late shift, we've got Tier 4 coming up in another, I would say, 14 minutes, because they get underway at 8:45. So that is it from Tier 3 and Singapore until Tier 4 in a couple minutes' time. But it is it from myself and Kiza Soze, Steve Jarman, for another week here with MRC. So stay tuned for when MRC goes live for Tier 4 very, very soon. So enjoy the rest of your evenings.
Enjoy. Have a good one.